My name is Amy McInerney.
So I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Sam.
Cindy.
I'm Kevin.
And baby Liam.
And my husband Tanner and I are first-time parents, and we had our son Hank at the Community Birth Center.
We had our baby here at the Greenbank Birth Center.
The process of finding out we were pregnant, which was absolutely terrifying and completely unplanned, and kind of like this a week of just shock and awe. And then, I talked to a girlfriend of mine who said, just go talk to Cynthia, and so I did. And after that, it was like, I could take a breath, and it was like, okay, this is okay, we can do this.
Wanted to explore all of our options. If we were going to do hospital, we were also intrigued by which hospital which hospital we would go to. We wanted to, explore the birth center and home birth options. And so at first, we actually toured the hospital, our local hospital first, and it was fine. It was the first place we'd been. We took a tour, signed up for their personal tour, and a nurse spent about 20 minutes with us walking through the facility, and it's perfectly lovely and updated, and it was a perfectly nice facility. The staff seemed friendly, and to be frank, if it's the only option we've had seen, it would have been fine for us. It wasn't until we came to the birth center and had such a intimate, personal, open, and helpful experience right away that decision became very clear. And then at that point, that's when we started doing a lot more research into how this was so very different and much more positive and empowering than a hospital birth would be for us.
I think similar, the idea of a hospital is not a place I won't think of as like a joyful place, or that I want to go and have this. It just was not very appealing. I hadn't put a whole lot of thought into it ahead of time, and then even talking to friends, I don't know how many people I know on the island have had their kids here, and it's just like, yeah, that's the place to go to have your kid. It's the way to do this. And for me, it wasn't between because there's not high risk pregnancy, it's like, are we going to do this at home or do this at the birth center? It wasn't even, the hospital wasn't really on my mind.
Yeah.
Both of us have had quite a bit of experience being in hospitals, just with family issues in our past, and both of us don't really like hospitals in general, so that's definitely a big selling point for us, right?
Yeah. Hospitals never really had were never really a positive experience for us. It was always, you go to the hospital when something's wrong, and both my parents were sick for a long time, so just in and out of the hospital constantly, and so I cringe every time I have to, go into a hospital. So we knew right away that it wasn't the plan that we wanted to go if we could avoid it. So
just to be able to get to know you and to feel really safe and comfortable with everyone that was going to be present at my birth, and to know who was going to be present at my birth. And as far as the benefits of it, I feel like, first of all, having a less anxious pregnancy. I feel like myself and a lot of my friends, anxiety is one of the main things, one of the main unpleasant aspects, is just being worried during pregnancy. And I felt like knowing where I was going and the people that would be there was a big peace of mind aspect for me. And I feel like we gave our son the best possible start.
The whole experience, from coming in the first few times to meet with the midwives to the fact that, we got support afterwards too, which was huge. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like it was just a holistic type of process for us, which, we'd never done it before. We really don't have a lot of family to like back us on this. So just the support, and again, going back to confidence of just feeling like we can do this and everything's going to work out well. Mm-hmm. It was really nice to be able to just with just the normal stuff, having you guys come to us for the 24-hour and 36-hour, whatever, 3-day checkups. We just leaving our house was not on the list of things that made any sense at that stage.
No.
And it was to just be able to stay home. And then he did end up having an infection on his umbilical cord, and it was kind of terrifying. And just to be able to have as simple a communication as a text message with a picture and be like, is this no, we haven't slept in 3 days, and we haven't, we've never done this before. Just to be able to send a picture and be like, is this okay? And then, because I'm prone to being like, everything's okay. It's all okay. Everything's perfect. And to have you just be like, you know what? Go check that out. Because I've seen a lot of umbilical cords, and that is not 100% okay. Go check that out.
I've just been so grateful for, just like I said, the entire process. Everything from sitting down with Cynthia and having that sort of reassurance that it's okay, we can do this, to every appointment we've had, and just feeling like we were being listened to, which you don't always get, especially with medical practitioners. Sometimes everything always just feels really rushed and chaotic, and I think here it just felt like you guys really got to know us and hear us, and you valued a natural approach as much as we did, and it felt like we could just ask anything and it was okay, and it felt safe, and then the whole actual birthing process, it was like two angels standing over us while the whole thing was happening.
I would recommend community birth to families. It is not the easy or pain-free option, but not that hospital births are. And if that had been my expectation, I would have had some other work to do. Easy and pain-free are not synonymous with birth at all. So I think I would definitely recommend this as an option for first-time families. It would be especially important for them to go through take the time to do the research and the visualization and things. I felt like that was a really important part of it, to visualize even the hard parts of this. Because was it perfect and easy? No. But can you have a birth that you can feel really positive about, and where you don't have to sacrifice intimacy and personal relationships with your team, and you don't have to sacrifice little things like being able to move around freely or eat and drink what you want throughout the process, things like that. Here those were an option, and I would highly recommend this experience to anyone, even if it's their first time.
This is a pitch I've made,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, this is the way to do this. If if this is I don't know, especially because after just talking with all our other friends who have young children and the different experiences, it's if you don't have medical complications, like just stay away from the hospital if you can. Like there's no need. And I mean, there's absolutely a need and a reason for there to be hospitals and OBGYNs, and like they save lives and save babies and like do amazing things. But like, if you have a normal pregnancy and a normal birth, like it's just not the place to do it, is my opinion. You know, I'm just like, I watch, you know, so many of our friends have pretty rough experiences with birth there, and it's like, doesn't make it easy to do it here, to do it with, you know, community birth center type situation, but it makes it like peaceful and positive. Like we just had such a positive experience with it. And I feel like there's just, I don't know, I mean, I haven't done studies, but it's just like the correlations in just our group of friends is so strong for like, if you want a positive, peaceful birth experience and you have a healthy, low risk pregnancy, don't go to the hospital, you know? So that's my experience with it.
My name is Diana Miller, and I'm a licensed midwife.
My name is Cynthia Jaffe, and I'm a licensed midwife, and we are the midwives at the Greenbank Birth Center.
So whether you're a first-time mom or you've had children before, whether you've experienced hospital births or community births, we'd love to meet you and talk about what we have to offer here. You're welcome to call or email us, and we have a 1-hour consult that we do where we just go over your options and get to know you.